Hello, everybody. Welcome to Four Aces Commentary with a brand new format and look for our show. I am MW
Oh,
Nick,
and I'm Togurt. Hi.
and today we'll be talking about E3. And wow, it's looking to be a big month for gaming this year.
Gaming for gamers that love gaming. Because we gamers love gaming. Because gaming is gaming for gamers. Thank you.
Very inspirational.
Inspirational. From the
Uh,
words of our lovely president.
Anyways, we're gonna get straight into our topic today. We're starting off with what happened just a couple of days ago with Sega doing their Sonic Central
That stuff was so cool.
video stream. So this year is the Sonic 30th anniversary, and from the video, we've got a lot of announcements of like incoming third-party support, or right?
Yep.
Third-party like third-party cameos. That's what I meant to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's gonna be some merchandise, and then we are getting Sonic Colors Ultimate.
Let's
Uh,
go.
which will be a remastered edition of Sonic Colors from the 360, PlayStation 3, and Nintendo Wii, and
That
the
game is gonna be so
DS.
sick.
The DS, yeah.
God, I love that game.
And also, we are getting a brand new mainline Sonic game after a couple years of the franchise laying dormant after the mediocre response to Sonic Forces.
But also inspired one of the greatest YouTube videos of all time. Guys, when I say I love Sonic Forces, I don't mean the game. The game was absolutely garbage. I hate the game. But the video that it inspired, it left me with so many answers. Like I know what I want to do in life.
But yeah, with the teaser we got, we should probably expect something. We should probably expect a trailer of it during
least a
E3
tease.
this year because Sega is a confirmed partner for the conference.
Indeed. Now the
Would you call it
rumor
conference?
is
the
the Sega conference.
just like the whole convention,
Or they'll just pull up to Nintendo like usual.
maybe.
But the rumor right now is due to I think it was a Chinese leak that the game will be called Sonic Rangers, which is an interesting title because if you do look up Sonic Rangers, I believe what game comes up? Yeah, Sonic Rangers is believed to be the leak of what the game will be, and if it is, it looks interesting because we have no zero to nothing about the game except for that it has like this pixely art style 3D Sonic coming out of it, which looks interesting. For some reason, when I was like, I thought it was just another part to the Sega thing, to the colors, and I was like, oh look, another teaser for Sonic Colors for some reason. No, it's just a new game.
I thought the animation looked different to me than any other Sonic game, but it definitely looked interesting.
For some reason, it gave me Sonic 06 vibes, and I almost bursted into tears.
Oh.
So yeah, that was my day with that. What else? We got 3 announcements that day. We got a new animated show in the art style of the Sonic Mania one. I am very excited for that.
Or
I love that.
No, there's like there is like 2 different shows. There's like there's that other animated one like based off Sonic, that short series of videos of Sonic Mania, and there's also the show coming to Netflix called Sonic. Was it called Dash?
Sonic Boom 2.
No. No. Oh no, Sonic Prime. That's gonna be a new Netflix show coming in 2020. It's from Man of Action, who has developed the Ben 10 franchise, so that will be interesting.
Which Ben 10 are we talking?
No, all of the Ben 10.
Oh.
They made all of those different shows for Ben 10.
Well, this can either go really well or horrible.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of interesting stuff for Sonic this year. Well, we should probably expect a couple of more trailers, Sonic related, in E3 this year, or even with Summer Game Fest, which is gonna be an event coming right before E3.
It'll be very interesting to see what might get shown off there before E3.
Yeah, I just think it's a little weird because Summer Game Fest was the replacement for E3 last year, and like 2 kind of like correlating together It just seems a little weird. Why not like combine the two a bit?
I think it's just due to like sponsors and stuff like that, and like
Hmm.
partners. But they never have the same material. I mean, like sure, some games will be shown twice, but I think that's like sometimes that's a flagship title when you kind of got to show it. Like, yeah, let's not show Mario at every single conference. Like, I don't think Nintendo will ever go, no more Mario.
But yeah, we also have Summer Game Fest coming right before E3. All the companies during their conference. But like with Summer Game Fest, we could probably expect a couple more announcements right before E3, and then like those announcements expanded upon at the actual E3 conferences, which would be nice.
It'll be really. Yeah, I think the Series E3 will be an interesting one due to the time that's been lost. So I have a good feeling we're gonna see a lot of the stuff we were supposed to see 2 years ago. Notice I say two, because I have a good feeling that due to 2020 we didn't get a lot of games.
Right.
And I mean 2019 games too. So I'm thinking we're gonna get a lot of the delayed games from 2 years ago. And then we'll get like a couple of the ones that were supposed to come out last year. So it'll be interesting to see the blend.
Let's actually get into talking about E3 now and what companies are showing their presence this year. Sorry. Um, we have Xbox and Bethesda doing a conference together, which will be interesting ones. But it makes sense. Xbox bought Bethesda, so it'll be kind of weird for the two companies doing separate conferences. But that will be a really nice addition to Xbox's general conferences. We will get I mean, we should probably expect some Bethesda exclusives coming to Xbox, which would be really nice and helping out the Xbox Series X getting exclusives for the console.
I think we're gonna see some Bethesda stuff. I think Fallout always seems to come back every year, so I think we're gonna get some sort of Fallout announcement. Pray to God, it's finally a remaster of one of the good games, Fallout New Vegas. Um, but besides that, I think we'll probably get. Didn't Skyrim get a tease last year?
Um,
Or was no? It's not Skyrim. It's Elder Scrolls.
I'm
I
not
think
sure. I
that
don't follow
something
Skyrim news.
something of the type got. I just know Todd Howard is bringing something, and I'm gonna be very
Todd.
excited. God, I love Todd. But I don't know. Bethesda could bring literally anything. Maybe some Doom DLC, but even then, I think they already did that, so I don't know
Yeah,
why do it over.
they completed the
Yeah,
Doom
so
Eternal
maybe
DLC.
maybe I mean, alright, this is a big stretch, and you can say this with any company. Maybe a new IP, but that's like ballsy. So who knows? Maybe we'll just see some like Elder Scrolls and stuff. Okay, so
So
I just did the research actually, and I remember two things that are coming out for Bethesda. It was Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls was announced last time. And the other one, which we either talked about briefly or we haven't brought up at all because we just never had a reason to, was the new Indiana Jones game that they're releasing.
oh yeah, they
So,
are making an Indiana Jones movie.
so we'll probably
Not
see
movie
some
game.
Elder Scrolls, some Wolfenstein 3, and some Indiana Jones. So there you go.
Hmm.
That's what we should be expecting now that we have a more ideal layout. And I want to see the Indiana Jones game. I think it'll be really interesting. Either that, or they're gonna wait for the new movie to at least get like a teaser, and then they'll really. Because who knows? Maybe it'll be a tie-in. I hope it isn't, because Indiana Jones games are really good. And the joke there is that literally I've only ever played Lego Indiana Jones, and that's a really good game. And maybe this will be a mature game, because I want to see people's faces burn off. Is that weird?
No.
No. I just really like Indiana Jones. Another interesting aspect will be if they bring back Harrison Ford, which, you know, why leave something that's based on the foundation of the franchise? But then again, new actors are always needed, so you never know. Maybe we'll see a reprise, maybe we'll see a cameo, maybe we'll see something.
Also, just to know, PlayStation will not be making a presence at this year's E3,
Second
which
year,
is
right? This is the second year they do this?
um, yeah, second year.
Yeah, okay, that makes
This is their
makes sense.
second time doing this.
A bunch of
It
weirdos.
it may seem like PlayStation is pretty much done doing E3 conferences. They rather stick to their state of plays.
Mm-hmm.
With their state of plays, it feels a lot like scattered because they have their state of plays on for like specific games,
Yeah.
and I'd rather just have PlayStation like do like a big conference for E3 because they could do some good ones. They can do some good ones.
There's
It's
some
just
good
that
things, but when you show Crash Bandicoot, a game that was already released a couple months prior, I don't think you need to show another trailer for the game that's been out. I'm not gonna lie. So, I don't know, man. State of plays are fine, because if Nintendo can do it, so can they. I feel like that's the mentality there. But,
yeah.
maybe just, stick to E3. Or more people will pay attention to you.
Yeah. Like with the conference at E3, I know this year is gonna be all digital. Uh, but I like seeing the different companies trying to put on like big shows for their conferences. I like those kind of
Yeah,
things.
I'm more
And then
interested.
with like their digital like video announcement videos, those are just like smaller kind of things that they can announce like way before E3 or way after E3 because they couldn't
Hmm.
announce it at E3 or they want to make it a big surprise for E3. But like E3 is like the grand central of their announcements, and before and after are like just the culmination of those announcements. Let's just move on. So the other of the big three is Nintendo. We all love Nintendo.
Do we? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know.
I love those guys, but sometimes they do things.
They do things.
Like
Uh,
WrestleMania starring John
so
Cena.
what we've known so far, after their grand return of the Nintendo Direct earlier this year, and what news we got from it is we could probably expect some more Zelda news and
Finally,
taking center
please.
stage.
Just show me Breath of the Wild. just
But yeah, with what we know, we should probably expect Zelda to take center stage for this year's E3 of Nintendo's conference. Especially that this year it's Zelda's 30th?
yeah.
25th?
Thir-
30th anniversary. Um, and also, we could probably expect some other Pokemon news. Maybe another trailer for Pokemon Arceus, a new take on general Pokemon gameplay. We can also expect some news from that because this year it's also its anniversary. So
A lot of
yeah.
anniversaries over the
And then we have like the third party companies. We got Ubisoft. They will be making a presence, and I looked into it, and it seems Far Cry 6 is taking center
That's
stage
going to be the big thing since they
for
just
Ubisoft's
released
conference.
the Red Band trailer. I believe it was yesterday. Yesterday
Yeah.
was the Red Band trailer for Far Cry, and people seem to be loving it. From what I've been hearing, people are loving the entirety of it. So we'll have to see. I mean, I think it'll take center stage fully. Literally nothing else to be shown. Because let's be honest, when was the last time you heard somebody say, "I love Ubisoft"? Come on.
And then we also have EA, which will not be making a presence this year.
Let's go!
But they do have their EA Play in July,
Ew.
which will probably just be more FIFA, Madden, and the new Battlefield game. But I don't follow Battlefield news.
Battlefield is a dying franchise.
Then there's also Square Enix that will be making a presence. I don't follow the company that much. I just know them as the Final Fantasy game maker. So,
Hey, Square Enix
Togurt,
has
do
a
you
lot
have
of good
anything on Square
franchises.
Enix?
Do I? There's a game I wanted to talk about. I know they still have the Final Fantasy stuff coming out, which was the DLC. But yeah, they just have another Final Fantasy game. And then Project Triangle Strategy. Remember that? Remember Project Triangle Strategy from the Nintendo? Project Triangle. Show some of that most likely since it's still a game that they're still talking about. So we'll have to see how that one pans out. But besides that, no, there's not really much about Square Enix besides just Final Fantasy. So, you're not wrong to assume that Final Fantasy is the only thing they make, because at this rate, that's the only thing to bring in the income from. But they still make stuff like Bravely Default, which did really well.
I know they made
And
their studio Crystal Dynamics made Avengers, and
yeah,
that turned out something.
that was definitely an idea that they had.
Well, yeah, that's That's basically everything we know so far. Who's making a presence this year? EA is doing their thing. We don't care.
No one has ever cared.
PlayStation is not making a presence again. Who knows what that says about the future? But yeah, that's everything we should know about. But let's start making some predictions.
Yeah, alright. Give me Metroid, please. Look, the last time Nintendo had a really good conference was about a year and a half ago. I want a good conference. I want the feeling I got when seeing this. Remember the feeling of the Smash trailer, Nick? Do you remember everyone? You know how many times I watched Everyone Is Here trailer during quarantine? 7 times. Each time giving me goosebumps. Not a joke. Anybody watching this, go watch the trailer for E3 for Smash Bros. It will give you goosebumps. Why? Because it was a good conference. Why? Because Smash Bros. Took up 80 minutes of it. Okay, no, it's more like an hour, but still. Point being, I need something else like that. And you know what would do the trick for that? Breath of the Wild 2. Could you imagine a 40-minute conference only talking about Breath of the Wild 2? A game that Nintendo knows for sure people want. Oh, man, I'm just saying, if they're gonna if they're gonna fully showcase any game, I think we all know what it should be. But they'll probably just show Pokemon Arceus, which is a game that 2% of the population really. Okay, no, that game actually looks really good, but it's also taking a lot of inspiration from Breath of the Wild. Well, I think just show both. Why not? Because Nintendo has money.
Okay, so especially since it's E3, we probably I'm pretty sure we're getting another Smash Fighter announcement.
Third party. It has. Okay, so wait. If you think about it, it has to be third party this year, right?
Looking back, I think so.
All right, then Crash. I'm putting bets right now. Crash.
I feel like Crash Bandicoot has a good shot of being a good fighter for Smash Bros. That would be really cool.
The real question is, will they ever put him in? Or will they just put guy from 1947 game? It's not real, but he's gonna be in there.
He's gonna be in there.
Predictions for Smash is very difficult to do, because I mean, Pyro and Mythra were in no one's idea, because they were canned years ago. So now just the idea that they were in the game was sort of like, okay, well, shit, anything could be in. If there's a spirit in the game, then they can be a character, which we thought was impossible. That was the big meta for predicting characters. We just thought if you were a spirit, you can't be a character. But now Pyro and Mythra opened the door to characters like who's in the game that people have been predicting. It takes a lot to predict the character, but saying Crash is a pretty safe bet.
I can see Crash as like a good prediction. But I would still really would like to see what?
Doom Guy?
Yes, I would like to see him Doom Guy. Or which would probably be more brand safety for Nintendo, Master Chief.
I feel like they want to see Infinite, because right now Infinite isn't. Oh wait, we're gonna see Infinite. Okay,
yeah,
I bring it up during Xbox, but yeah, I'm just not remembering that game's a thing.
It hasn't come out, so we should. I mean, we could probably expect some news from it this year. But yeah, I would really like Doom Guy, but thinking about Nintendo, I mean if they want to do brand safety about it, then Master Chief is a safe bet. But there are Doom games on the Nintendo Switch, so I feel like they could still do Doom Guy.
Yeah, Doom. I mean, unless you want to see Mario's head ripped open, which
I feel like they could innovate some way.
They could do it. They could do it. I mean, what's the most gruesome character we have? Snake, right? Snake is still considered the.
I mean, Snake comes from M-rated games, so.
Cloud, I guess. Sephiroth. Ironically, the third-party candidates.
I mean, they made an image of Sephiroth looking like killing Mario, so.
Yeah, so did Ridley. And Luigi died.
And Luigi died.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I think anybody. Yeah, can we just get
This is a pretty dark game.
Yeah, can we get Freddy? Can we just get guys? I'm not over the fact that Freddy can still get into the game. It scares me every night. I go to
Not
sleep
as
with the
a
thought that it
fighter,
can
but
happen.
most likely as Mii costumes. All
As a
right.
Mii costume, it scares me.
But yeah, for our last two fighters in our Fighter Pass Volume 2, Crash Bandicoot seems a high likely in joining, and then maybe Doom Guy or Master Chief. Either of the two, I would be fine with.
Console. Let's get into that because that was big this week too.
Yeah, so there's still the ongoing rumor of Nintendo making a Nintendo Switch Pro.
Isn't it called? I think the rumor is like the Super Nintendo Switch, and
That
I
sounds
think that's
dumb.
really cool.
That I don't know. That name sounds dumb.
The Super Nintendo Switch just sounds cool. It sounds like I'm a gamer.
It sounds like I'm a gamer.
I
Um,
wanted to say yes, I own Super Nintendo Switch, thank you.
yeah, I do think that the Nintendo Switch can do an upgrade, but like I'm still a bit iffy about it because I feel like it goes against what Nintendo always goes for, in which like they always believe like what kind of game we could deliver and not like what processing power we can add to our console. That's
I
always
believe
been like their
that, yeah.
thing.
I
So
mean, it's just gonna be what, like a bigger Switch? Isn't that the rumor? Just a bigger Switch with more power?
I'm guessing. I mean it's technically like what the light is. It's a smaller Switch, but you can't like play it on your TV.
But now that I think about it, if they do release this new Nintendo Switch with like better power, I think that's how they'll release Breath of the Wild. If I'm fully honest, I think that's where Breath of the Wild 2 will come in.
I
Because
mean,
I'm
even
guessing this
with
game is gonna look beautiful.
like Splatoon 3, I
Mhm.
feel like
Even
uh
that could be released, like, or can be shown more.
yeah, because it feels a little weird when it was first shown to me. I felt
Mhm.
like it'll be weird to have both Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3 on um like both consoles. But like if they do a pro version of the Switch, I mean that could seem like a gateway into Splatoon 3 looking like way better than Splatoon 2.
Yeah,
So
I can
like
see that.
you can still have Splatoon 3 on like your regular Nintendo Switch, but if you have a Pro, it'll look way better. Like it's kind of like cross generation games, like what you see with Spider-Man and Miles Morales on
Yeah.
the case with the PS4 and the PS5. It'll be like that. But that's everything Nintendo for our predictions.
Yeah, mainly. I mean, like, besides, if we want to get really rumory, Metroid, new Kirby announcement, some sort of F-Zero, literally
Star
any
Fox.
franchise, Star Fox, major collaboration.
More themes coming to the Switch. I'm sorry, I'm still really bothered by the fact that it's still only basic white and basic
Yeah.
black for its.
What else? Maybe an animated, or maybe some sort of announcement on the Mario Sony. I mean, not. It's Sony now, right? Or no? It's still with Illumination.
It's still elimination.
Yeah, maybe some sort of Mario Illumination announcement, which wouldn't make sense at all. But at this rate, I mean, it's a game. I don't know why they wouldn't do
I
it
mean, it's
there.
still game related. They can
Still,
still announce it. It's their
still
property.
gaming. Yeah. So I mean, I guess that could be seen too.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean, they
that's
did
really
do
it.
like a Super Nintendo World Direct.
They did, and that is still one of my favorite directs.
The next thing, Xbox and Bethesda. I mean, we can probably see some Fallout news, some new IP exclusives for the Xbox news. What Togurt was talking about, Skyrim. Uh, Xbox doing a showcase of like 60 different indie games that you probably won't remember from the conference.
You'll be like, that's really cool. Halo!
Halo! We could probably expect some Halo Infinite news. It was delayed. It didn't turn out to be a launch title for the Series X, which was kind of disappointing. And I mean, there's really nothing else to say about it. It just got delayed. It had a very interesting gameplay trailer. Just some Halo Infinite news, new gameplay trailer, new trailer, whatever. But
Maybe a better looking game. God, please don't give us monkey.
Monkey.
Yeah, I mean, what does Xbox even release these days? Maybe, maybe we'll see some Lego Star Wars.
Oh
Maybe we'll
yeah.
just see like Lego in general because
They
Nick,
they
like,
did they did add a trailer of Lego Star Wars. What was it? From their 2019 E3 conference. It has been delayed for whatever
what?
reason. We
I
don't
know
know
why.
why.
Probably because they wanted to include the original version of the voices instead of the added voices. They also wanted to fix up a couple game mechanics that felt that needed to be fixed. They also wanted to fix up the game. That was everything that I've heard. Mainly the voice thing because people were complaining that it didn't have the.
Wait, so they're reverting back to that?
I think rumor right now is it'll have a option to do it if you want to stick with the voices, or it'll be the original saga will stick with the voices, and the new one will have the originals. That's right now the big debate on what will happen, if it'll be an option or if it'll be a mix. So we'll see.
That feels like extra. That feels like an extra job to do with like the cutscene specifically, because with like the grunts, you wouldn't want their mouths moving. But with
But the
like
game's been delayed.
but with like voice acting, um, you'll ha- it'll have to like animate their mouths. So that feels like an extra job to do the cutscenes, which actually seems like the likely reason why it was delayed.
Yep.
But, yeah.
Poor animators. But hey, what are you gonna do? Not tell them to not do their job? Guys, seriously, I just want this game. I've been waiting 2 years for it. I remember when I saw it in GameStop for pre-order, I was gonna buy it, and then I later realized a year and a half later that if I bought that game, $60 would have been out of my pocket for 2.5 years. I'm going to start crying now that I don't have this game.
Yeah.
Anyways, Lego Batman. I'm thinking that they'll make a remaster. Don't ask me
Really?
why. I just think so. Because Star Wars got it. I think Batman could get it.
If Star Wars getting it, Lego Batman could too.
Do I think Avengers will get it? No. I think we have to wait 2 more years for a new Lego Marvel game. But Lego Batman definitely has the opportunity. I think those games are like almost a decade old now. So I think that at this rate, I think we should get a remaster of all three.
I would. That would be really nice to get a Lego Batman remastered. I had a lot of fun with that game on my Wii.
Next up, Ubisoft and Square Enix. We went over Square Enix. It's literally just Final Fantasy. But Ubisoft is a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Because they have better titles.
Ubisoft, as far as I know, Far Cry 6 is taking center stage. But they're also, I think they're gonna do some Watch Dogs Legion DLC showcasing. They did tease one of the DLC, Bloodline, with Aiden Pierce.
Oh.
It was an interesting teaser because like it's in Chicago. Aiden is relaxing in a car, but then he gets a call to do a job in London, and we get this line: "London, that's where Jackson lives, his nephew." And which would be really interesting because we all thought from the first game that Jackson Pierce was going to be a main character of the next Watch Dogs, but you know, we might see him in Bloodline, which would be really interesting.
Very poggy. What else has been announced? Oh, that's right. There's gonna be a new Rainbow Six Siege game. I'm pretty sure. I think Rainbow Six Siege Quarantine. That's another game that'll most likely make an appearance. What are some other things that'll appear? I legitimately cannot find.
I'm predicting Mario Rabbids 2.
I'm predicting Mario and Sonic and Rabbids. I think it'll be a really good RPG platformer, 3D, 2D, mixed with 2D and 3D and 4D, with the combined addition of everybody speaking like the rabbits.
No.
Yep, everybody just goes blah. That is the game.
I mean, it'll be nice to see a sequel to Mario Rabbids. I did like the game. It was a really fun game for me. I liked it.
I heard the game wasn't bad, so I'll give it credit.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see a sequel. I'm not sure how they would do a sequel, what story they would do, but
yeah, it'll be strange.
But that's all I can think about Ubisoft related.
See. Okay, so yeah, Rainbow Six Siege Quarantine. Scott Pilgrim already came out. They're making a Prince of Persia game.
Hmm.
That's a thing. Far Cry, a Far Cry VR game, and yeah, that's really it. Ubisoft
Yeah.
doesn't have much in the pipeline. They're pretty boring when it comes to video games.
But you know who's more boring? EA.
Yay, guys! EA has not made a good game in the last 300 years. You're like,
So
I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you. EA games. We'll go to the Wikipedia article. You guys ready for this? You guys ready to see how many good games they've made? Alright, where's the list? Why is this list taking me forever to get to? Where is this list? There is no list. I'm going to start bursting into tears and crying. Well, that's it, guys. EA died.
EA died.
EA is dead. EA Sports. It's dead.
Oh, you know what I just remembered?
Hmm.
Okay, so with EA, they've handled all the Star Wars gaming properties related. They made Battlefront, they made Jedi Fallen Order. I
Okay.
mean, like, they could make a surprise and like announce a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, which I
Yeah, they have
think
a
it could
couple.
do
They
a
only have
sequel.
like the limited
And we
limited
do
edition,
know
right?
that they do have other projects related to Star Wars.
Yeah, because
Uh,
I think either they lose it or did they gain it?
they didn't lose anything. They're sharing it with Ubisoft now because Ubisoft and their studio, what's it called? Is it called Massive? Yeah, it's just called Massive. Um, Ubisoft and their studio Massive is making a Star Wars game.
Yeah, so I've been hearing a lot about Battlefront 2, but you know what game I'm really excited for, Nick?
What?
FIFA 2022, baby! Woo! I'm a gamer. I love video games and playing soccer. Nick, why do they keep making these games?
I don't know.
Nick, who is asking for the productivity of these games to be released every year? Third question. Do you know anybody who is begging for these games to be made?
I don't know.
That's fair then. They just keep releasing them. Because as we can tell, everybody wants these games. I literally cannot find anything that interestingly is coming out of EA. They, yeah, they got Lucasfilms. Oh, that's right. They revived Lucasfilm games, which people are predicting could be a revival to several other games, like
Unleash.
yeah. Another one is Disney Infinity.
Oh,
Nick, I love Disney Infinity.
I don't.
Like Skylanders, I too own several figures that are laying dormant.
I
It's
feel like
only
we've gone
2
over everything about E3 this month.
Yeah, we went over Sega will probably show. Capcom and all the other small company. I can't really predict things for that. I mean, Take Two. I've heard of Take Two.
It takes two.
No, Take Two. The company. Take Two
Oh,
Interactive.
oh. I thought you were talking about the game.
No. I heard the game's really good though.
Yeah, it is very good. I've been playing it with my sister. It's a really good game, really well made.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, Rockstar. They might bring some GTA. The big rumors have been around this game.
Maybe.
But we also said that 5 years ago. So
I feel like we've gone over everything. This will be a big month for gaming this year. I mean, we are getting Summer Game Fest, a lot of anniversaries,
indeed.
and then E3 in general, and then EA doing their thing in July.
They're doing something, man. Let them do their thing.
Xbox and Bethesda are doing a conference together, which I'm not sure if that would expand on the runtime of their general conference.
Or just combine the two.
I might not be looking forward to that, but it's still a E3 conference with video games. I'm a gamer. I love
guess
video
what,
games.
guys? And you know how much we love gaming, guys? I'm going to attempt to stream on twitch.tv/Togurt our reactions That way you don't gotta bear through 2 hours of us screaming at random video games, and this time you can just watch it all live. What will happen? Will Among Us appear in chat? Yes. Don't tell yourself no. Don't lie to yourself.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, we'll be doing a live stream reaction because Togurt is doing his streaming now, and he actually knows how to do it, and I haven't. I don't know how to stream. I don't know how to do that, but
don't worry, guys. I'm
Togurt
gonna help you. I'm gonna help you.
Togurt's got my back.
Yup. Do I?
I don't know.
But yeah, I think that's really all. I mean, we really just gotta wait until the day that it comes.
hmm And so that's it for Force's commentary. In we're working on trying to do shorter episodes, and I hope you guys like the new format of this. So yeah, leave a like,
Yeah.
share, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys do. After watching the video, I don't know, but
Stay tuned for
that,
more things that are coming out because he has a lot.